Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at CrowdStrike. It is time for another update, and yeah, even one of the followers actually requested that we cover this stock again. And on this chart we have been tracking since the previous video here a 1-2 setup in either interpretation, but from this point it actually splits into two different scenarios. Now in one of them, we are tracking another full wave 1 complete, and that would be the continuation of the white scenario, where now we would be looking for a larger correction within the wave 2, where we expect to reach the area between the $267 level all the way down to the $132 level at a 78.6% retracement. Now, this is probably a nicer scenario to have developed because it would have a clear 1-2 setup affinity to it. Now it could turn out to be a larger ABC structure that wouldn't necessarily be great, and it could cause even a break below the 78.6% retracement here that would have quite bearish implications for the chart. But still, we could be looking at the start of a very strong third wave, an internal third wave of a third wave to the upside that would have very bullish potential, very high targets, and overall very good and nice implications. Now we also have the chance that we are tracking here instead the yellow scenario, that this would be developing instead, where we would have here a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then we would have an additional 1-2 setup here. This area could also develop in different ways within the yellow scenario, but in either case, we would really be focusing on this 1-2 setup, for which I provided you in the previous video, which I did around the beginning of August, so we were somewhere around this area. And yeah, I provided you this support zone between the $420 level all the way down to the $337 level that allows for us to track a direct movement to the upside in a very strong and impulsive wave 3. Now we have actually reached the support zone, and we had a very strong initial reaction. We pushed out of the support zone, and we actually even broke here the resistance area temporarily. Now unfortunately, so far we really only have a 3-wave structure to the upside, so there is still a quite high risk that this could still turn into a larger correction within an ABC pattern, maybe something else, but within both scenarios, in white and in yellow, there is a high risk of still pushing lower, especially as long as we stay below the 78.6% retracement here. Now, even if we broke above it temporarily, I wouldn't necessarily count this as complete invalidation. I would still watch out for some resistance in this area, at least in terms of structural resistance, if nothing else. And what I would really need it to hold to really be tracking a direct continuation to the upside is here the idea of a double 1-2-1-2 setup that is developing. And if we actually fail to hold this support zone for the additional wave 2, there is a significant risk that we will head back lower and quite probably reset this wave 2. And I will even provide you an ideal target for such a case in a moment. But first I want to add here a small label for a 1-2 setup that I would like this to turn into a third wave to the upside before we break below the 78.6% retracement. Now so far this wave 2 has support in the entire zone between the $478 all the way down to the $450 level, and so far we have reached the 50% retracement. We did also get a pretty strong initial reaction from that area, and who knows, maybe we even bottomed, but I'm not convinced yet. I need to see at least a tiny 5-wave move to have a more clear expectation of at least another movement to the upside. Who knows, could still turn down even if we get this, but maybe it turns into something more bullish and it works out. Now, if we fail to hold this support zone and we head into a reset of at least this wave 2 in yellow, I would be looking for an ideal target at the 100% extension of the wave A, and I will even add here this label, where it would actually be very much in confluence with the 50% retracement. Actually overlaps pretty much perfectly at the $394 level. Now this is pretty much it for the larger structure. And maybe we use the red interpretation for this. And yeah, within this area, I would like for the third wave to have a more clear confirmation that it started. I would like to break here above the, let's see what we actually get, the $498 level. Now a break above that, the 78.6% retracement here, would be a first indication that, yeah, we probably bottomed here and we have a pretty good shot at actually breaking out of this resistance area completely and yeah, heading into a larger wave 3 to the upside. And in that case, we would fill an initial wave 3 and we would have in this area a 1, 2, 3, 4 to be followed afterwards, because this would be within the third wave, and that would be another entry opportunity for those interested. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.